ladies and gentlemen, a little update on the Stretch Phantom 5. Started working on the bodywork, as you can see. This is the long, tedious process here. He's getting everything nice and smooth and flat, straight. Started on the trunk area, working along the quarters, coming out really nice. So this part is definitely going to take a long time to accomplish, but he's moving along. We're moving along on it. Relatively straight car, as I mentioned before. So, but it's coming along. It's looking good. He's doing a really good job getting everything nice and straight. As I said before, it's all skim coat. You know, there's a lot of little waves in these cars, and you know, they all need skim coats. As you can see, you can see some of the metal here, the raw metal here, and then the filler. You know, he's doing a good job getting it right, looking good. But what I wanted to show you is I was able to get the door latches in place again. You know, since I cut everything had to be custom fitted somewhat, so to speak. But we got the factory door latches back in place. I had to go ahead and make a wood spacer behind here. Again, this is all wood from the factory, so I had to make a filler piece behind here, and was able to use the original cap, the original door jamb cap. So this will all be screwed into place, and you know, all these edges will all be sealed up, keep it from getting wet, keep it from getting moisture in there. But the door closes really nice, just like it was from factory. Nice and smooth. Fronts are the same way. Fronts are pretty much the same way. I believe the one door needs to be adjusted just a tad, because it's dragging just a little bit, but they are closing really nice. Open up this one for you. Nice. Everything's closing good. You know, a couple of the doors, like I said, might need to be tweaked just a little bit, so everything closes nice and smooth. But everything's in place. Everything ended up working out really good. Same thing with this one. Did the same thing up front. Got the factory latches in place. The cap. Most likely going to trim all this excess piece out of here. And like I said, fill everything in place, fill everything, and get it all sealed up. Get all the original pieces. You know, I tried to put everything back that we could. Everything that was factory that came out of there, try to put it all back as much as we could. Some things have to be tweaked, customized, made new, but overall, you know, try to just keep everything factory, minus the 32-inch stretch in the middle. But I digress. Everything's coming along really good. So pretty much the updates on this car are going to be a little bit limited, you know, because it takes a lot for there to be a visual change when you're doing body work. You know, I mean, the car is going to look the exact same for a couple months until after it's painted. So the car is going to pretty much look the same. So you know, unless I do a couple of little tidbits here and there, you know, I'm probably not going to do too much more updates on this until we're at that point. So just figured I'd let everybody know. So if you're not seeing it every week, that's why. You know, paint takes the longest, unfortunately. But I'm excited. I'm happy. It's coming out good. Coming out the way it is. Everything is looking really good. So just got to get it nice and straight. pretty, ready to get it painted. And for a little update on this car, I ended up pulling out the door caps because we're getting it ready to make the templates for the windows. So, you know, as I mentioned before, it has the aftermarket window regulators, brand new switches in all the doors. So went ahead, pulled everything off the doors. So we go in here, we install brand new window felt. Gonna do it right. I'm gonna go ahead and get the windows cut out, get the templates made up, windows cut out and installed. And then you know, that's one less thing we got to worry about, and another step closer for it to be finished. Ended up, customer bought a brand new steering wheel, nice wood grain steering wheel, stainless steel and wood grain. So that'll go on there when we're ready. So just figured I'd give you a little update on that car. Everything's looking good, going good. Keep you guys posted. All right, guys, we are back. A little bit of an update. Got the piping made up for the turbo. That's all welded in place. Got the wastegate. Got the wastegate pipe back into the downpipe. Looking pretty good. Turbo is set right where it's got to be, clocked right where I want it. Was a little close to the heater hoses here, so I went and dimpled them out just a little bit down here. I plan on, if I got enough room, I plan on wrapping the pipe with this half inch heat blanket here. So if I can wrap everything in that, and then if I can, I'd like to put heat wrap over that. So just kind of give it an extra bit of insulation. Try to keep as much heat away from everything as possible. So, but it's looking pretty good. I sent out my hubs to be machined so I could fit 5 on 4 3/4 wheels. I'm actually going to be throwing on a set of Corvette wheels. Just a generic Corvette C6 wheels. But I'm going to mount them to fit those, and then I can always change up the design later. I could always put I could always get a set of chrome wheels later, maybe a set of 20s. The rear suspension. So they're definitely gonna be wide boys, but should be able to fit under there no problem. So I do plan on running the factory Rolls rear end. I mean, they're pretty beefy the way they are. I've never had one snap or break or anything, so I'm just gonna run it like that for now. Maybe eventually down the road, I'll modify it to fit maybe like a 4 9-inch, and then just adapt it so it fits the 5 on 4 3/4 wheels. So keeping all the suspension components. I mean, overall, these years were pretty good, pretty strong. At least for this particular moment in time, I'm just gonna keep everything all factory. Maybe eventually down the road I can go ahead and swap in like a Mustang 2 front suspension, or going with a Hydro Boost braking system. So for those of you that don't know, it actually works off of the power steering. You get a lot more power than like vacuum assist. A lot of the 1-ton dually pickup trucks use them. That's normally what I put underneath all of these. I got the same setup on my dually. Hydro Boost, and you know, those things stop right on a dime. So that's what I'm going in here. Obviously changing it up from the original mineral oil. You know, we're gonna swap all that over to regular .3, .4 system. Once I get everything all wrapped up on the exhaust, then I'll go ahead, I'll start piping in for the radiator, for the cooling system. I'll have my cousin wire it up in the meantime. So it's looking good. And yes, the hood actually does close with this. And as high as that is, the hood does still close. All right, so we got the hubs all drilled out. Got the new bolt pattern in there. Wheels are looking pretty good. The tires, so the tires was kind of like just a crapshoot. I wasn't exactly sure how these were gonna look on here. Not really sure how I feel about them. They look okay, but I think I need to go a little bit bigger. Kind of wanted to go with a little bit of a stretch tire look. This front is going to come down a little bit too, but I do want to go, I think, with a little bit bigger tire. But I mean, overall, it really does change the look of the whole car. It's sitting a lot lower. Be happier if this was down just a tad. To get some little center caps for these, maybe get some custom double R center caps. But then again, I mean, I'm not really sure how I feel about the stretched look. I mean, they look pretty good, but I just think that tire is just a little too small. So I might end up ordering up another set of tires. I mean, at least it gives me an idea how it's going to look. Looks good with the wheels. Eventually I'll repaint the car, probably the same color, maybe a little bit lighter. I'm not exactly sure. But the silver looks good. Maybe, I mean, I could always paint them black. Not sure yet. I mean, once the final product's all finished up, painted, car's driving, going down the road, then I could go ahead and tweak little things here and there and get it how I want it. But I mean, who knows, maybe we can get them chromed. But it's looking good. It's getting there. Interior's still stripped, but sent the seats out to get the upholstery redone on those. So slowly but surely, you know, like I said, it's just a side project. Working on everybody else's stuff, and this is just something I'm doing on the side. So I'm liking it. It's getting there.